Now it's okay.
Okay, it's now coming here.
Okay, so again, thanks, Dr. Muhammad, and good afternoon all. So today I'm going to present the first part on LaTeX workshop. So this workshop will be how to write your research paper using LaTeX. So I will present the first part, which is LaTeX basics and installation packages. So this is the outline. We will go on brief introduction to the LaTeX, the concept of LaTeX, how does LaTeX works, and why we use LaTeX, the difference between the LaTeX and other word processor tools like Word, Microsoft Office. And we will go also to know how to install the package. We will have 4 softwares. The first one is the TeX engine, and the second one, the TeX editor, and the third one, the PostScript and PDF interpreter, and the last one, the PostScript and PDF viewer. So before we will go, I just want to mention something. Actually, most people pronounce the LaTeX is pronounced like LaTeX. I mean the second part is not TeX, it's TeX. So this is a common mistakes, and most people pronounce it as LaTeX. And I am one of them actually. Still, I am pronounced it like LaTeX. Actually, it's LaTeX, not LaTeX. So we move to the next slide. So what is LaTeX? LaTeX is based on TeX, and TeX is a low-level language where most people find difficult to use. So LaTeX has been developed to make it easier to use TeX file. So TeX is a typesetting system use the microprocessing. And a LaTeX document is a plain text file with a text extension. It can be typed in simple text editor such as Notepad or other text editor. But most people, again, find it easier to use a dedicated LaTeX editor such as Text Studio. It is totally free, so it is available as a free software, and this is one of the advantages of LaTeX. So this is the concept of the LaTeX. We can see in the traditional process, the manuscript received at the company, the writer will write his manuscript, and the manuscript will be received at the publishing company. Then the book designer will decide the layout of the manuscript, including like the column width, font, space, before, after headings. Then the typesetting the manuscript according to the book designer's instruction. This is the traditional process. And in other side, we can see in LaTeX, the author type the manuscript, and the LaTeX plays the role of the book designer. And in the last stage, the TeX file does the job of the type setter. This is a basic concept of LaTeX. Here we can see how does LaTeX works. Actually, there are 3 main stages that show how LaTeX works. The first stage, it's the input stage. You will write your text in the TeX file extension without formatting. So you will write your manuscript without formatting, and using one of the LaTeX editor like Text Studio, and as well as include other external files like EPS, JPG, PNG, and others. Also, you can include other external files like the bibliography, the BibTeX file. And in the next stage, or we call it the process stage or the compile stage, you will use one of the LaTeX compilers, like LaTeX, or like the MikTeX and others, LaTeX compiler like PDF LaTeX, Leo LaTeX, and others. In this workshop, we will use the MikTeX compiler. So this is the process or the compile stage of the LaTeX. And the last stage is the output stage, where the final manuscript can be generated. So in the final stage, the manuscript will be generated as a PDF file or DVI or device-independent file, PS, or PostScript file. This is the three main stages on how LaTeX work. In this slide, we can see the difference between the LaTeX and other word processing tools. We call it WYSIWYG, which is what you see is what you get. So there are several differences between LaTeX and other word process. We can see here in terms of documents in word process tool, user need to use the same tool. If you write your document in Word, so if you want to edit it, you will have to use the same word process tool. While in LaTeX, you can use other text editor. And in terms of changing, the entire document needs to be checked for any unwanted results. You have to check the whole manuscript or the whole document. While in LaTeX, you just need to check the classes and some comments need to be changed. The layout quality, we know that the quality of the word process is dependent on the user skills. While in LaTeX, it's already the standard layout. Manuscript is already high quality. And in terms of deal with huge contents, program in word process crash and instability like happen when large documents are used, especially if you use high quality graphics. In the other side, LaTeX, it is faster, only text and formatting comments merged, and the separate typesetting steps are only done at the end. That's why we prefer use LaTeX. And in terms of citation, if you use word process, you have to add additional tools like EndNote, Mendeley, and other citation tools. While in LaTeX, it's professionally handled by the built-in package. We call it BibTeX. And there are others difference. We don't want to take time on, but let's take the cost. Actually, the word process, some of them are free, but limited. They have limited features, while LaTeX is totally free. This is the main difference between the word process tool and LaTeX. So before you use LaTeX, you have to install again the LaTeX compiler. And here we choose one of the famous LaTeX compiler, which is MikTeX. So it is easy to install this software. You just go to the this link to download the installer, and it's recommended to install the last version. Actually, the current version is the basic MikTik 2.9, and you just follow the installation steps. So during the installation of the MikTik or the compiler of the LaTeX, you will face this window during the installation. This one is the setting window. You can choose the preferred paper here, and you can choose while you want to install the missing package on fly, I mean during the installation, or you can make it later. For me, I recommend that to connect the PC to the internet, so you can install the missing package during the installation instead of install it later after the completion installation. So you have to connect your PC while installing the MikTik. After the installation of MikTik complete, you can also add or remove any of these packages. This is the window of the MikTik package manager. So you just go to the find the package manager, and you will see this window, and here this is the plus mark. You can add package, or you can select one of the packages here and remove it by click the minus mark here. So don't worry if you don't install all the package during the installation. You can add any package later on. And we have to install the text editor, which is the Text Studio. Actually, there are several LaTeX editors. But here in this workshop, we select the Text Studio due to its fantastic features. Actually, take a lot of features as we compare it to other LaTeX editors. So you follow the instruction, download the Text Studio from this link. Then you double click on the installer, and you choose again the recent version of the Text Studio, and the current version actually is 2.12. And you select which operating system, either 32 or 64. Then, after you complete the installation, actually the installation of the Text Studio very easy. You just follow the steps. You don't need to check or select anything. You just select the directory and go next, and finish. After you install the Text Studio or the editor of LaTeX, you will face this window, and this is the options for the Text Studio. And you can see here on the left side of the window the general setting or the command setting, the build setting, and so on. In the general, you can select the style of the appearance of the windows, the font size, language, and also you can select the automatically check for the update. Here we can select how many days to check for updates. After you install the MikTik and the Text Studio, the editor for LaTeX, you have again to install two important softwares. The first one is the Ghost script, and The second one is the GS View. These two softwares are used for PS files. As you know, LaTeX use also PS file, which is PostScript file. So you have to install these two softwares after install the MikTeX and Text Studio. So easily go to this link and download the install file for the Ghost script, and you choose the last version that fit your operating system. The second one is the GS View, which is the graphical, actually GS View is a graphical interface for the Ghost script. Script is the PostScript, and GS View is the graphical interface of the Ghost script. So you can download the the GS View from this link and install the exe file on your PC. So that's all about the LaTeX. We give just short introduction to LaTeX and how to install the MikTeX and the Text Studio. Thank you, and I pass the mic to speaker, Dr. Mohammed.
Thank you, Dr. Hudayfa, for your amazing presentation. And now we will give the speech to Dr. Sayyid Zahrul Islam to elaborate more in practical things. So the mic is yours, Dr. Zahrul Islam.
Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak. Ahlan wa sahlan. So Alhamdulillah, that I hope that every one of you are fine. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Hudayfa and Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim. Yeah, it's a nice session. And first, I would like to share with you that how to format your conference paper using LaTeX. So in this session, basically, we will consider the IEEE template. But before we start, I want to actually ensure that whether all of you have installed LaTeX, I mean the Text Studio and the MikTeX that Hudayfa just explained. Because I am going to show you in hands-on so that everyone you know how to do it in practically. With this, I also like to say that I do not have any slide, okay? Because I want to show you in a practical. So should I start,
Yeah.
Muhammad Ibrahim?
Yes, if you don't mind, please. You can start now.
Yeah. Okay. So I start. I think Hudayfa. Yeah, maybe Hudayfa is still presenting.
Dr. Hudayfa, you don't mind, just close your presentation. The brother, go on now.
Yes. So I hope now everyone can see. Sure. So I hope everyone you can see my screen. Can you, Muhammad Ibrahim?
No, brother, it's still.
Oh, it's still.
Yeah, yes, now, coming now.
Okay, coming now. Okay. So first of all, I would like to show you, this is the template. Okay, this is the template of the IEEE, from the IEEE conference. So usually you will get this template. I show you the template. Usually you will get this this kind of template from from IEEE website. So one will be the conference LaTeX template, and another will be IEEE the transition BST. So I will later tell you actually what is the IEEE transition BST. Okay, so I unzip it, and then once I go inside, then I will open this file, the conference file .tex file that now just Hudayfa mentioned, that this is actually our main file that where we write our program, write our index, okay, .tex. So I open. This is the one, the conference. I renamed the file name as conference al-marif.tex. So first of all, let's start with our title. So this is the conference paper. Okay, you need to run this file. If you want to run this file, you just press in the compile, or there's another button, we call it build and view. So if you press the button, then it will run and it will show process executed normally. So it means that your script actually runs without any error. Okay, but when you will run initially, for your case, it will pop up a message. The pop-up message such as they want to install a package. So you have to click yes, like this, yes, you need to install. So you will install this package. Then after that, it will run automatically, and it will appear the process executed normally. Okay. For my case, it didn't appear because I already installed the package, so that's why it didn't appear. So let's change our title. So let's say we want to title our. I want to change our title. This is the template. You can click here the PDF in order to see the total view of the paper. This is the LaTeX generated output in PDF. Okay, output in PDF. So this is the template we will change one by one. Always remember to close this template, because if you do not close it, then after that, if you run this your LaTeX, you can see here, if you run this LaTeX, then it will show you an error. You can see that I cannot write file on this because you already opened the PDF file. So you always, after you watch this one, you always need to close this. You close this, then you try to run again. Then you can see it's actually run normally. So let's change the title. So where is the title in this text file? Where is the title? So we find, you see there's a / title there. In the bracket is written conference paper title, then asterisk. So I consider one of my papers, let's say this one. So I just copy. So title is only, you should only change the title. Do not change any other things. Okay, so copy. So I paste here, feasibility analysis, okay. Then you run again. You can press compile or this one. So let's say I just press this. Now you can see here, if you press your mouse here, then you can zoom it. Okay, you can see the title already changed. Okay, but under that you can see there is a one note here. Note subtitles are captured in Explore and shouldn't be used. Use this. Okay, this subtitles things. If you need, you can write it there. But if you do not need, so you can comment it. If you can delete it. For me, usually I don't delete. So what I do, I select that line. You see, this is the line. The subtitles are captured in Explore. This is the line. So I select this line. Okay. Then I go to the here, and then we can make it comment. once you make it comment, you run it again, you can see it's gone. Okay, because you don't need it. Then after that, there's another option there, thanks like this. So if you want, if you have any funding for your project or for your paper or your conference, then you can add here. You can add your what is called your acknowledgement here. This is the format. So we just mention if you have anything. So let's say I have for my paper. If I last time I had one paper acknowledgement, and this is the acknowledgement. So this is the acknowledgement. Go here. So I just paste it here. Actually, it's not necessary to fix all this. Just whatever it is, just press it like this. LaTeX will automatically manage. You see your acknowledgement. I produce the full. So your acknowledgement will appear here. So it's just automatic. I always give this example to my participants or students that using LaTeX is something like driving Ferrari rather than driving another brand, let's say a Proton car or any other car. Proton car actually is a good car, but just a comparison. Then I want to, after that, I want to show you that if you want to add your abstract. So you see there's an abstract option here, abstract. So if you need to add your abstract, so you find your abstract here. Oh, by the way, before that you have you have the author name, first author, second author, third author, until sixth author. So this all author name you can actually change. Okay, this is the given name. My given name is Zahurul Islam, and my surname is Said. Okay, and there's another one is written first. I think we don't need it. So if you don't need it, you just delete. You see that your name will appear. Then after that, your designation or organization, you can all change. I think you will understand. You can add your email address, city or country. You can all change.
Sorry,
is there any question? Is there anyone asking anything? You can ask me if you do not understand anything.
No, Cesar, go on, please. There's some interpretation.
Oh, I see. Okay, no problem. If you have any question, you can interrupt me, and I don't mind. So let's say, example, if you want to remove the first, you see, you can retain first here. If you want to remove, so you just remove this part. You just remove until 1. Okay, again, I show you again. You just remove. Because this is the superscript, so you just remove until here. That's all. When you run again, see the first is gone. Like this. We need to continue. Now we want to change the abstract, because this is just a template. Of course, we cannot. We have to alter this template, alter the text. Sorry. So abstract, you can see the abstract is here. This is just written. Do not remove this one, the begin abstract and end abstract. Do not remove this one, because these are the one that define in the class file. So we will only change the in between. Okay, so example, I take this abstract example. Okay, so I just write it here, abstract. Yeah, done. You see, it's changed. You don't need to bold also, because in order to the font size, you see the font size you do, because we know that in IEEE template, the font of abstract, I think, is a 9 point, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 9 or 10 point. No, I think 9 point, and it's a bold. So you see here, you don't need to worry about the font size, and you don't need to make it bold or whatever, because all these are defined in the class file. So it's very easy and very convenient to do it. So sometimes what happens in the abstract, we may need to come like this kind of text. It is an example. Let's say 11 Malaysian plan. Malaysia plan. It's 11 Malaysia plan. Usually this TH, this is usually in superscript. So you see, so if we run this one, again, we run this one and we make it zoom, you can see here, it's a 11, but TH actually should be superscript. That means TH should be at the up, the up of the 11. Okay, it has to be superscript. So if you want to, again, I to remind you, you need to close the PDF before you run. So if you want to make it superscript, you see it's very easy. You just take another here, from here, you see the backslash text superscript in bracket TH. So you write it, we just copy it. Instead of this TH, we write like this, backslash text superscript TH. Then we do it like this. We run it, and you can see now, I think you can see now, it's become, I can zoom it also. You can see now it's become 11th superscript. It's like this. Okay. Let's say in your text you have degree Celsius. Let's say 48 degrees Celsius, example, 48 degrees Celsius. How we will write it? 48 degrees Celsius. Because if we write it like this, in LaTeX, you see it will come like this. Yes, we can make it text superscript, okay, but we can also write in a mathematical term. Let's say if you have some mathematical term here, so what we can do, 48, this one we will write in between the dollar symbol. So $2 symbol here, so we can write in between this. And before this degree, we use this one. Okay, but also we can actually put it, it's better to put one bracket here in the curly bracket. Okay, degree Celsius. Then what will happen? Your 40 degrees Celsius will become like this. Isn't it nice? It's fantastic. Or if you do not want 48 in the equation, you can write like this also. You can write like this also. Then it will be like this. Okay. You can also use this one. Also, you can use it under superscript formula. Also, no problem. But I'll just show you for the anything mathematical terms come. If any mathematical terms come, then remember to use in between the dollar symbol. Okay. So, or I can example. Let's say you want to mention here something row. Row is greater than 1. Sorry. Let's say you want to mention something row is greater than 1. So how we will write it? So you can write. You have to use dollar symbol. Okay. Then you can go. You can see. You can go to the left side. You can see there's a symbol there. Press on the symbol. Then you find the, it's a Greek symbol, right? Rho, we know that, or alpha, beta. You can see all the symbols are here. All the symbols are actually defined in LaTeX. So you can use row. So this is the row. Once you press your mouse here, then you can see it's also written. It's a row. So you can, let's say it's a row. is greater than 1, you can use the symbol operator greater than or equal. No, it's actually any symbol. I think this is under the relation. Under relation, so it's a greater than. You can say greater or equal or not equal, very, very greater than. You can use anything greater than 1. So if you write like this, what will happen? You see, they already mentioned in the LaTeX. So this kind of text, if anything mathematical terms come, again, I'm telling you that you need to mention in between the $sign. Then next, is there any question, brother? Is there any question?
No, go on.
I see. Okay, so I can carry on. Then your abstract, this is the keyword. This is a simple one. You just change your keyword, whatever it is. It's like just you change if the keyword, you just change in between this one. Do not remove the begin and end. Then after that introduction has come, you can say one nice thing that you see the number in here. The introduction start with like this, the font, the capital letter. This all automatic. You don't need to worry about it. It's really fantastic. So now I want to show you, if you want to make a line, if you want to make a specific word or a specific line italic, you want to make it italic. So how you can make it? Okay. So for example, let's say you want to mention, you want to write like let's say smart grid. This is abstract. So I go to introduction. This is our introduction. So let's say I copy here something. This line. We just write it here, introduction. Just write it this. So wireless sensor and embedded system technologies. I want to make this line italic. How I can make it? So it's very easy. /, okay, text IT. You need to write this comment, then curly bracket. You can see there's a 2 curly bracket. In between, you need to write your text or write your sentence, whatever. So in between, so the text in between will change into italic. So let's see. We run again our introduction. Yes. You see, it's become wireless sensor network and embedded technologies. This one become your italic. Okay. Now let's say smart grid. This one you want to make it bold. Okay. If you want to this symbol, if you want to make it bold, then we text BF. Oh, okay. Let's say I have forgotten how to make it bold. Some particular word or something. It's very easy. You can just go to your what is called your browser. You write it here. Bold text in LaTeX. There's plenty of the helpful blogs and on the materials in the internet. There's a plenty regarding LaTeX. Okay, so if you just open anything, any of the blog, I don't know, website, so you just check online, then they will tell you actually what you should do. They will tell you what you should do. Okay, how to make it a bold text, how to make it underline. You see, there's an example there. So if you want to make it bold, so you need to use the /text BF. If you want to make it underline, you need to use the /underline. If you want to make it italic, so you need to make it text IT. So it's not there anyway, but it is there somewhere. I think this is the one. This is other way also comment there. You see that /EMPH. This also you can use comment. This is a plenty of helpful material in your in the internet, so you can do it. Okay. Then this side is done. Actually, I have listed down what I should teach, what I should going to share with you today. So more done for it is done. So now let's talk about insert a figure. If you want to insert a figure, a picture in your LaTeX, how you can do that? See, to insert a figure in the LaTeX is very easy. Okay, so there is a template here. You can check here. You see there's a figure 1 here. So if you press here, then right button, then you press on, and then you click on this. Go to source. So it will take you to the source here. Where is the source for this figure? So this is the actually the general what is called the text for the inserting a figure. So general text. So easily, if you want to text a figure, so you see the figure is there, the center line, this is the caption and things. But I want to show you a little bit more that how actually this we can insert a figure. So let's say that I want to insert a figure here. What is our introduction? Let's say our introduction abstract here. I want to insert a figure here. So if you insert a figure here, you run again.
Dr. Cesar Islam, if you don't mind, your screen is gone because someone is presenting. So
yes.
you go and present it now again.
Oh, so I should present it again. Okay. Resume your presentation. Resume your presenting. Okay. Is it okay now? Can see now?
Yeah. Yes. Now it's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ibrahim. So you see that this is a figure, okay? So I want to include in the introduction, but I want to change this figure. Of course, I don't want this figure. So, and not only that, this figure by default is actually, you need to keep it here by default. By default, you can see the fig1.png is actually here. But if you have a lot of figures, in here it looks not nice. So what we do, basically we create one folder. You can name any and you can name it anything, but I name it as images. Inside the images, I want to keep all the figures. In order to do that, what I have to do, so go to here. This is called preamble, and here I need to include one path, which you call it graphics path. Then inside it, you need to write your folder name with directory. Okay, the images, then common slash. This is called common slash, right? This is not black slash. Sometimes we do mistake. Then if you see, you can see that if you do the backslash here, then it will show an error. It will not. It will. You see, this is an error there. So you need to write the right slash. Okay. So that means now you need to keep all your images into this folder. So let's say if you have this one, you move it to here, then it will run. When you run it, then you can find the images. Yes, you see, it still is okay. There's some sizing factor there. Okay, so let's say I want to add one figure. So let me download one figure. Say baklava. Yeah, this is the your dessert. I really like it too much. So let's say it's very delicious. I know we are hungry. So we just download. So this is the baklava. So let's say this is in my desktop. Images, huh? Okay, we keep it here. This is baklava. So we go to here. So we need to, by the way, you need to know your figure number. So this is the figure name. Okay, this is the figure name. So we go here, we come back to here. This is our, where is our figure? Our figure is here. You see, this is our figure name. So you need to change the figure name. Okay, change the figure name. Then you need to change the caption also. Baklava, if I'm not mistaken, right? Baklava, and you see the labeling. Labeling I will discuss with you one by one. What is the labeling? So labeling you can actually label by anything, but since this is my first figure, so I just use figure 1. But you can label, you can name it anything. But this labeling is important. I will tell you why labeling is important. So I make it just figure 1, fig 1. These are the ones. So now let's run the figure. You see how is the condition of the figure? You see, the figure took the full of your text. Of course, we don't want this way. Want this way, we can do one thing. So I have done some we include this line. We include this line. Let's say. Okay. Okay. Okay, this line I do not need. So what we did, we include the backslash, include graphics. So this is already is there, but we include the width 0.3. Okay, this is just a trial and error. The number, this number 0.3, 0.5. Okay, then you run it. You see the figure size. We can change the figure size. We can make it 0.5. So now maybe you are thinking that, hey, how I will remember all this this command, the include graphics, the text width, those lot of things, the width. How I will know all of this? Yes, the answer is very simple. If you start it anywhere, write in your Google. Just go to Google. Just go to Google and write your question here. That figure resizing in LaTeX, then it will come automatically. You will find a lot of support, lot of help. So it's like this. So
sorry for interrupting you. Your screen has gone.
Yes. Oh, my screen has gone, is it? So okay. Thank you, brother. Resume your presentation. Yeah. I hope now it's okay. Now
it's okay. It's visible right now. Thank you very much.
So much. Okay, welcome. You're most welcome. So, so like this, we can actually add a figure and we can resize our figure. So sometimes what happens? The thing is, once we add the figure, the position of the figure, actually LaTeX automatically fix it. I mean, the LaTeX find its own way, suitable way to place the figure. So sometimes what happens, sometimes we do not want where the LaTeX place our figure. We want to fix the position. If you want to fix the position of your figure, then we need to change it to just H. Just write it here H. Okay. So if you write it here H, then your figure will be here. Exactly will be here. But if you do not write your H here, let's say if you just make it empty, you see the LaTeX actually suggesting to place the figure here. But of course, it's not a suitable position, right? In your paper, you can see that this is not a suitable position to place your figure. So in order to force our decision, so you can write it here H, or there are other lot of comments here also. You can write it here. So then it will be exactly after your text where you really want your figure. Now, I hope you understand till here how to insert the figure. Now, I want to show you how you want to cite your figure in your text. It means that, let's say I want to mention here, so this is the sentences, okay, whatever. So I want to mention here that the famous is shown in this figure 1. So how I want to actually cite this one? Okay, it's a very easy. It's a very easy, and it's just you do the \, then you write the ref. Okay, once you write a ref, you can see there's some options has come in. So here in the labeling of this figure, you mention fig 1. So now this one, we will use it for citing this figure in the text. So you see, we have a fig 1. So can you see fig 1 here? Yes, there is a fig 1 here. So we place it here. Just double click. Remember, this fig 1, this labeling has to appear when you write the ref. It has to appear there. If it doesn't appear, then you run it, then you try again. Then it will appear. Okay? So now you run again. So you see it is showing 1, right? So that means because this is the first figure, so it is showing 1. So we don't want 1 like this. We want it has to be fig dot then 1, I think, if I'm mistaken. So we will use this symbol. Okay? We'll use this symbol. Then after that, we'll write our ref this one. Then we write it here again. See, it's become like this. Okay. So this is the way we will handle the we will cite our the figure in our text. Again, I want to say that you do not need to worry about the numbering, the figure number in your text. LaTeX will automatically handle this. LaTeX knows all the figure numbers and whatever you're supposed to do. Yeah, but you just need to mention that, okay, this figure is cited here properly here. That's all. The LaTeX will handle rest of the thing. Is there any question? I hope no, but anyway, if you have any question, you can later you can email me or you can contact me. Or if you cannot find the answer in the Google, then you can contact me. I will show you. Then now we discuss about how we can insert an equation. That's very important. In the template, we have one equation already. You can see there is an equation. Okay, there is an equation. So we press here, we press here, then if you can see there, directly it will take to our code. Okay, it will directly take to our code. Begin equation. This is the equation, and this is the equation. Some people actually get scared to see the equation, but I can tell you it's actually very easy. It's very easy to write an equation, no matter how difficult it is. I mean, how complex the equation is, sorry. No matter how complex the equation is. Okay, so let's say I give an example. This is an equation is here, it's okay. So let's say I want to insert one equation. I just copy it. I want to insert an equation here in the same place. Just right after the figure. This is my equation. Okay, we run it. Yeah, our equation is here. Okay, together with the numbering. So this labeling we can place it later on. No worry. So we change. Let's say I want to show you one complex equation. Example is, it could be, I think, from my paper, one of my papers. Let's say one complex equation. Let's say this one. There's a lot of complex equation. Let's say this is the one we want to. I want to show. We want to write it. Okay, this is the one. Rho equal PA divided by ZA times AA. Okay, so what you have to do? We remove this. We have what? We have row. So again, if you have a row, we just go to here symbol. Okay, write it here row, then equal PA divided by ZA like this times by A, and this looks like a bit complex, but you don't worry. We split this one. We look into it is this way. This is A, this is B. So it means that rho equal A divided by B. Okay. So if you want to do this one, you can see here here in this position, X divided Y. So press it there. Fraction. This is the X part. This is the Y part. So we write it here A, and then we write it here B. I have a lot of this one's coming. We run it again. And why? That's the problem. Okay, because there's a space there after the labeling. Cannot have a space. We run it in again. So you see it becomes A by B, right? So we'll move step by step, A over B. So, but it's actually actual equation is not A, it's a P. The down we have A. So we need to change this one. So if you want to change this one, so you press it this one, subscript, that one. So you just press it here. So this one is very small a, and here is capital P. See, then after that, it's not B actually, it says M. So we write it like this: B. E. Get this from your symbol. To set change ones to A, and this one is your AM, so same. So you just write it here. This is you replace by A. This is your N. Sorry. Okay. See, it's changed already. After that, if you want to, let's say if you have a percentage, sorry, it's a times by 100, yes. So you just times, then you just write 100, then it will be okay. It's like this. It's actually step by step. I'm showing you very slowly so that you can catch it faster. Can understand what. By the way, I missed out one thing. Let's say we want to mention in the, let's say in introduction we have some percentage. We need to mention about the, let's say 90%, something like percentage. Let's say the 90% of we want to mention, let's say the 90% of what is called bakalava on in Middle East. Middle East. You see, if you run this one like this, what will happen? You only get 90. After 90, you cannot see anything because the percentage, actually, we use in LaTeX for the commenting the part. But then how you can mention the percentage? So you just, before the percentage, you just use one backslash. Okay, if you use backslash, you see, then it will show you the percentage. Okay, so sometimes you know, we for very small like these are the small things, but basic things. So we want to show you. And again, we have we have equation. So let's say this is an equation. So this is our first equation. Okay, it's the first equation. So this is our labeling, right? So you need to write as a first equation. So if you mention it as a, and we need to cite it in, actually I do not know why packages are coming, even though. Okay. So let's say we want to mention this level, this equation, we want to cite this equation in our text. So you can write like this, that the equation 1, the system is, or we can just say the equation 1. So, but here, see, you see in the IEEE format, to cite the equation, we need to follow some procedure. You can see they mention already here. Symbols equation have been defined before. Okay, following equation. Use, you say the template already mentioned you. Use this one, and do not use equation like this. Okay, that is their format. So we have to follow that one, or do not write equation or something like that. So you just copy it, write this, the backslash equation reference. So formula is 1. So you can say the system is mentioned in equation 1. So backslash equation ref. You see the equation ref. So this one is coming. Our equation number is equation 1, right? So this is the one. So this is the one. So you just need to double click. So if you then after that, if you run it, then if you run it, then you can see the reflection will be here. Okay, in the introduction section, that is it. You see, so mention in the bracket 1. But that's the IEEE 1 is in this way. IEEE doesn't want you write it here EQ or something like that. So we need to follow that. So equation part is gone. If it's finished. Now inserting a table. Inserting how you want to insert a table in LaTeX. Many say that the table is the most difficult part in LaTeX. To create a table is the most difficult part is LaTeX. Yeah, somehow it is true. Because of actually creating the table in the LaTeX, because of the troublesome, the people don't use LaTeX. But there is a good news. The good news is, if you want to create a table, you can actually create a table through online. This is an online table generator. So you can see the table. You can just write table generator in LaTeX. Table generator in LaTeX. So this is the one. I usually use this one. Create table online. I usually use this one. Okay, so new table. So if you want to create a new table, so they're asking for actually how you can create a, how many rows and columns you should create. So basically this one, I think I am no longer presenting. Someone has taken over. Yes. Please see my presentation. So if you want to, you need to define the number of rows and columns. So let's say that in LaTeX, let's say example, we want to create this table. We want to insert this table. Okay. So how many? So first of all, that how many columns and rows we have. See here. How many columns and rows we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. And how many rows we have? We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 rows and 4 columns. So we go there. So we have 3 rows and we make it 4. Then after that we press create. Okay, so this is our table. Now you can see here that in our table, first is our table column head. So we are this actually taking the 3 columns. So these 3 columns we have to merge it. You can merge it. So using this one we can merge it. Using this one we can split the cell. Using this one you can place your borders. You can remove the borders. There's a lot of things. You can make it bold. You can make it italic. You can make it underline. So there's a lot of things you can do. So let's say I'm creating this as a table column head. This is the table head. Okay, so they're taking the 2 what is it called, the two rows. So it's taking the 2 rows. Just merge it. Table head. Okay, just merge it. You make it like this. And after that, 2 columns are stayed like this. Then subhead. Then subhead also. This is, and you can just write it here, more copy table. You can, if you want to make it like, let's say, if you want to make it in the middle, so you can make it the middle. Up to you. You can, but whatever you are supposed to do, you should do it here, because based on your table, based on this, whatever you are inserting here, LaTeX will generate the code for you. Okay, and you see we need the lines right here. We need the lines. We need the border. Sorry, the border. So you just select all this and you make it like this. It's a border. Okay. And the rest of the thing I think is okay. You can actually handle. So just press. Then press. If you press generate, then it will create. Okay. So now if you copy this one, just copy this table. Go to here. So we need one other table here. Let's say where I want to press. It's up to you, wherever you want to press. This is for the subsection. Let's say we want to press it in the subsection. Just we want to press this one. So just run it. You see there is some problem here. It says they cannot run it. Why? Because I keep it open. This is, run it again. Again problem, undefined control sequence. You know why it happened? Because there's a user package missing. You might have noticed that here is mentioned that you need to use these 2 packages. Please add the following required packages to your document preamble. So that means these two. One is the graphics CX and another is the multi-row. So these two packages you need to include here. I show you. This is your preamble. This one here. You see all the user packages are defined here. So you need to include. But you see here, I have already the graphics CX, so I don't need. Okay, just I need the multi-row, which is this one I do not need. Okay, multi-row, but this is a commenter. You make sure you uncomment it. Okay. Then after that you run it. I think it will run. Right? You see your table is here. You see your table looks very big. Okay. So this all adjustment, you can actually do the adjustment of your table. How you can do the adjustment of your table? You can do it here. Again, you need to make it H or the text width with the what is called this one. You mentioned this one, and you can actually resize it. There's a lot of way actually you can resize. Okay, resize your table. You need to. I have resized already. Yeah, something. And also you can make it like in the middle of the text, at the middle of your text. So this is the one, right? I replace this one. So it's actually changed. You can change the table name after that. And remember, you need to add the labeling, right? Labeling, because we need to cite the table number in text. So you need to label it here at the end of the tabular. Then also I have added the center, so begin center and end center, in order to make the table in between the center. Okay, it's like that. Then this is the caption of the table. So you need to, I mean, your table caption, you need to place it here. This kind of thing. Then not only that, you can see this table I have removed when we don't want the one line, right? We don't want the line. So you can actually change those lines here on the online here. You can just remove. Let's say this is the one, activate, deactivate if I'm mistaken. Yes. So you just move like this. So you press like this, this will be removed. Then press again here, you see the lines removed, then you generate and you get the table again and place it here again. Then it will come in this way. So this is the way basically we can actually handle table. And there are actually other things also in the table. We can add the footnote on the table. So this all actually is you can. I'm not going to show all of this. You can, because you can get this help from the internet. The table is done. Then the last thing, I think I'm not sure whether I'm running out of time. Yeah, Dr. Muhammad. So is I'm with the time, or I have exceeded the time limit?
Yes, they say Zahrul Islam. I think you a little bit exceed the time, but if you have something, you can carry on if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But it's 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then we'll open the question to the rest.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. Yeah, I have actually a very important thing that I didn't discuss with you, which is the references. The references actually is the most important part. That one we need to handle. I need to know how we can handle it. I just show you actually how we can handle it. You can see this is the template. At the end of the template, you just go to at the end of the template. You see there is a written here, begin the bibliography, then 00 like this. Okay, this portion is mentioned here. This portion, what we will do, we'll comment it. We do not need, because we need to create a bibliography file separately. In order to do that, I have already shown you. You can go. This is the file. You can see. I can show you here. I have done for you. Which is you see. This is the line that I have commented. Then I added these two lines, which is the backslash, the bibliography style, and another one is the bibliography. The in between, in the curly bracket, I have written the two things. How I have written this is nothing but actually two separate files. One is the .bst file, another one is the .bib file. Okay, bib file is the one that where we will have to keep our all references. And this BAST file, we don't need to do anything. This is actually the reference style. I mean, you know that the reference has a lot of style: AP style, Harvard style, IEEE style. So since this is IEEE, so IEEE has already given us these two files. Already they have given us. Okay, one is the transaction file and another is the example file. So we go here. That's the folder that we have downloaded. This is the one. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is the one. So this, you see, this is the zip file. So you unzip this file, extract. Once you unzip it, you can see there's two files here. One is the I want to use this one. I want to use these two files. IEEE example.b. Another one is IEEE trans.bst. These two files I need to copy. Only these two. Rest no need. Files, copy it. Then you go back. You come here, you go to your conference, the template file, then you paste it here. Okay, you paste it here. Then after that, as I told you, we need to add these two files, add these two lines here. This is the file that I was showing you just now. Okay, then you run it. Yeah, because this is the reason they are actually, because I have not actually changed because there's no references. You see, the references are cited here. I didn't mention about the references. So what I have to do, I have to go to this is actually .b file. This is the bib file that where you have to add all references. Okay, you have to have all references. But I think if I want to show this one, I need another like 10-15 minutes time. Maybe later on we can arrange another session for the references type. So Dr. Ibrahim, what do you think?
Thank you, Sayyid Zahrul Islam. Actually, as you said, if there is a lot of online helpful, we can use it. But if we maybe we can arrange another online workshop. So I think we a little bit proceed the time now.
Exactly.
We'll open the question for participants if they have any question. But we all for Dr. Huzaifa and Dr. Sayyid Zahrul Islam for this amazing online workshop. Full and thank you for all those who attend this workshop. Any question, please? You can open the mic and ask directly. Islam. presented now, if you don't mind, Dr. Hudayfa.
Yes, can.
Sorry. Okay, so this is some useful websites actually. The first two websites is for templates. It's templates, and the second two website is for supporting. Add your question here, and you will get the answer. So I already opened it. So let me show it.
You're presenting now?
Yes, yes. Check again.
Yes.
Actually, the connection is very slow today.
Yeah, internet connection always bad.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay. Yes.
Okay, so as I said before, this is some useful websites. The first two websites is for LaTex template, and two websites is for help. So you can put your question here, and you will get the answer. I already opened these websites.
Okay.
So this is the one for template. A lot of templates here. It's for academic journals, articles, assignments, even for thesis. You can find a template for thesis. And the second one is here also. This one also for templates. Also, you can find a lot of templates here for book, for format letter, poster, and the useful website for help is the Stack Overflow. So here you can put your question, you will get the answer, or you can search about something. The second one is the Handy website. Here also you can find a lot of further information about LaTex. So that's all. I just want to mention this one.
Thank you, Dr. Hudayfa. And if you don't mind, if you can send me this your presentation, so we can attach to the certificate to the participant. They asked for it.